All right, this training session is to show you how to target existing customer lists or contact lists, email lists, databases that your agency or firm or brokerage has access to. Now, this is a huge cross-selling and marketing opportunity that you have the ability to execute through Facebook, and it's super easy to pull off. The great part about it is whenever you have an existing email list, and that's what we're concentrating on today. Although Facebook allows you to target multiple kinds of data lists, cell phone numbers, physical addresses, what have you. But email lists are most closely associated with Facebook profiles. And so targeting emails and data from existing customer contacts or customers or prospects allows you to know that you're going to be pretty close to the pin in your audience targeting, even closer. Okay, there's basically three kinds of traffic out there on Facebook. There's cold traffic, and this is just on the internet, period. There's cold traffic, like people who've never heard of you, that you drive to your landing pages or your websites with with your Facebook ads. Then you've got warm traffic, and then you've got hot traffic. Okay, hot traffic is just, man, they're down the sales pipeline with you. They are very familiar with who you are, and they are ready to buy from you, or they are ready to do business with you because they trust you and they see you as an authority. Warm traffic is someone who's already made a micro commitment or two toward you. Maybe they've already opted into your email list. Maybe maybe they were on in a database that you had in your business prior to ever starting Facebook ads, but you have an existing relationship with them on some level. Regardless, you can take that data and upload it into Facebook so that you can target, or technically this is simply called retargeting. Okay, you're going to target people who you've already targeted in the past. This is that thing when you have ads pop up in front of you because you visited a website. We're doing the same thing here on this training. So I'm inside Agent Leads Automation in this example. You may have top producer. You may be a mortgage professional and you've got a huge database from another CRM provider. You may be a broker owner. You may be a realtor, individual producer. It doesn't matter. You can take the data from any CRM you work in, MailChimp to Infusionsoft to top producer to you name it. If you're using ClickFunnels, you can download data from ClickFunnels. I'm gonna use Agent Leads Automation here just as the example. And then, of course, if you have questions on how to get data from other places, you can always ask. Where I am is I'm inside of a list. I'm inside of a select inventory email list. There's 156 active contacts in this list. And I'm going to download this list by going to the export button. So where I really am, just to back up one step, I clicked on lists from my Active Campaign dashboard, and then I go to my select inventory list. And inside my select inventory list, I can click the export button. And when I click the export button, of course, what happens is it downloads a CSV file, which I have saved into my download folder. Okay, so on my computer, on my desktop, I have this CSV file, right? And let me make sure that I'm sharing my... So I want to make sure I'm showing you the main screen. Yeah, this is what I want to show you. So I've just downloaded this select inventory list, right? It's got mainly email addresses. It's got names and first names too, which is great because Facebook has 2,000 data points on all of us. So the more data we can give Facebook, it'll reconcile more accurately. And basically, we're going to upload this list to Facebook, and Facebook's going to send the algorithm or the artificial intelligence out into the Facebook world and bring back and consolidate or build an audience from this list. It's going to basically go find these people in Facebook land and organize them into a list that you can target with your ads, so that you have warm traffic and just instead of just cold traffic all the time. So I've got my CSV file here. Now I'm going to go back to Power Editor, or not Power Editor, to Google Chrome is the browser that I'm operating out of. It's just the best one to operate out of when going back and forth between these applications. Now I'm in Ads Manager. I'm in Facebook Ads Manager, and I'm going to just slow my tempo down a little bit so that I don't lose you. Okay, I know I'm jumping between applications. So as a review so far, I started inside of Agent Leads Automations. I grabbed a list and I exported it, the list that I want to create an audience around. Now, you don't have to just do one email list. You can put all of your email lists in one CSV. The bigger the list, the better. Okay, that's just a good rule. Now, I'm in Facebook Ads Manager. I want to go in the top left-hand corner in where the Ads Manager menu is, what I call the hamburger menu, the three little lines on top of each other. And I'm going to go down to Audiences, okay? I'm going to click on Audience. And right here, you can see right above my cursor, Create Audience, okay? This is how simple this is. This is super powerful, okay? Click Create Audience, and 3 options drop down. What we're technically doing is we're utilizing Facebook's custom audience feature. So what you're going to do is click on custom audience, and a little pop-up window is going to pop up. And there are 4 more choices here. One of these choices is quite literally never going to be relevant to you unless you are a software app developer or an app owner. And that's app activity. Just stay away from that. You don't need it. The others are very useful, but the one I'm showing you in this video, in this training, is called the customer file custom audience. And this is, you're obviously putting 2 and 2 together. When I click on that, it gives me another one. How do you want to add customers to the audience? Choose a file or copy and paste data, or you can import from MailChimp. Facebook has a special relationship with MailChimp. If you're using MailChimp, you can go this route. But since I'm showing you how to do it based on an exported CSV file from Agent Leads Automation or your chosen CRM, I'm going to click on Choose a File. And you'll see this step pop up, Create a Custom Audience. And this is quite literally where we just are going to upload a file. I'm going to hit Upload File. I've got my export sitting here waiting on me. You may have to find it depending on where your computer downloads your files to. Just know where your default download folder is. I'm going to hit Open. Now you can see that it has populated or has identified the file that I want it to upload. And then what I'm going to do is name the audience, select inventory, and you might want to put a date on it, just so that you know which version of the email list you uploaded at what time, because this custom audience that you're making it's not going to grow. It's not going to grow because your database grows. It's not going to grow whenever a new email address goes into your CRM. Okay, it's very static what we're creating here. So you'll be able to come back and repeat this process whenever you want and upload new lists and create new custom audiences with refreshed or fresh data. So then we're going to hit Next. And it's going to quickly identify that you have data in that spreadsheet that you just put in there. And you can see all these data points that it looks for. And it recognizes. And so it automatically recognizes what an email is. And so you can see the green checkbox. And that's really all I care about right now, is making sure that the emails are truly the email category selected. The rest of them we just put do not upload next to it. Okay, do not upload. Excuse me. Now I'm going to hit upload and create. And then it's going to give me a little warning because I've got all the do not uploads. It just wants to make sure that I'm reconciling all the data that I possibly can. I'm going to hit upload anyway, and it's doing its work in the background. Now, from here, what's happening is the Facebook algorithm is doing the work behind the scenes. And as you notice, they go ahead and give you an immediate option to do two things. Number one, create a lookalike audience. What's a lookalike audience? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. Basically, they're going to go find people, if you create a lookalike audience, that are very similar to the people who've opted into the email list you just uploaded, okay? It's going to take all of the user data that Facebook has that you and I don't have, and it's just going to go out and find more people, and it'll put 2 to 10 million people, I think, in a lookalike audience. You can dabble with that if you want to. It's not a super helpful strategy unless you're spending thousands of dollars a month on your local Facebook ads, okay? You can also, from here, just launch an ad, which is super helpful, but I'm not going to do it from here. I'm going to hit done, and as you can see, it says availability not ready. It's because it's still building the custom audience. But as some of the audiences that I have just built in here, you can see are green. Well, that's going to turn green in a few minutes when it finishes reconciling all the data. And what I can do with any of my custom audiences, I can check mark it over here on the far left, and then I can go over here on the far right. And from here, I can create an ad, which is, I mean, if you're ready to rock and roll and generate more leads and get warmer, more qualified leads, then this is a fantastic opportunity, because when you hit create ad, it takes you right to Ads Manager where you can start an ad. Now, in theory, what you want to do is go with a traffic objective when you create this new ad, or an engagement objective. As any marketer worth their salt will tell you, you want to test 2 or 3 objectives. The other one, of course, is the conversion objective. And here's what these objectives mean, just so you know. They all have different priorities pre-built into them by Facebook corporate. The traffic objective, the number one thing that matters is that it's going to go into that custom audience that you just built for it, and it's going to just get as many people that's more than likely going to click on your ad and visit your landing page. It's just going to find those folks as much as possible. It's going to deliver that ad as much as your budget will let it to the people whose behaviors and characteristics are most likely going to click on the ad and go to your landing page, which sounds great. However, they're not always the people that convert. They're not always the people who make micro commitments toward you. So that's why you have to test that against the conversions objective specifically, because the conversions objective is the people who are more than likely going to give you the names, email address, phone numbers as a micro commitment to move toward you and your offer. However, when you do a conversion objective, you must realize that there are fewer people. It's like a smaller intrinsic circle inside the custom audience you just built. So you're just going to, you're not going to be able to scale that spend. You're not going to be able to get as much orange juice as you might think out of that orange or out of that fruit. It's something to watch. You'll probably get great conversions at the beginning, but if you try to spend a lot of money over a long time, it's kind of like a boat that will run aground. Eventually, the Facebook intelligence is just going to say, hey, look, Josh, you wanted me to do a conversion objective, and I did that, and I got you some leads, but you only gave me, 150, 250, 500, 1,000 email addresses to work with on this custom audience. So I've already, I've made my rounds. Nobody else is opting in. And so you'll see your cost per lead go up and up and up. And that's just kind of how it works with Facebook ads. The other way to do it is engagement. Engagement is likes and shares and comments. However, it does allow for lower cost per click because Facebook rewards your cost per click by giving you a discount whenever people share, like, comment, engage, etc. So if you're ready to monitor comments and go into comments and say, hey, thanks for liking my page, or thanks for sharing it. Hey, make sure you you opt into the select inventory list, or make sure you get more information about my existing listing. But and you need to be ready to work the comment section on your ad, or that you'll get notifications through your business page. But those are the three that I would go with when you're running these custom audience ads. One more custom audience that I wanted to show you is a website custom audience. And that's by definition, by Facebook definition. But basically, this is the way you retarget people who have visited your landing page. They didn't give you their email address. They didn't give you their phone number or name. They just visited. Okay. Now, it's the same process. You go up here, you go to audiences, same process, except when I get to audiences and I hit create audience and I hit custom audiences again, I'm going to choose website traffic instead of customer file. Okay? Create a list of people who visit your website or view specific web pages. This is what I call the invisible list. And the way you do this is, number one, you have to have your Facebook pixel, the master pixel, embedded on your landing page in the A and the B variation if you're doing an A/B split test. I'm in ClickFunnels. If you're using ClickFunnels, you'll see that I'm inside the select inventory landing page. So you got to make sure that you are going after people who land on your landing page and the pixel fires. Now, what do I mean by the pixel firing? Well, I'm going to my pixel area, and if you've already ran your select inventory ad, you'll recognize this. I'm going to click on Setup Pixel. I'm going to copy and paste the code. Remember the big bad Facebook pixel code, the one pixel to rule them all. I'm inside the ClickFunnels editor. You can do this in any landing page editor that you use. I always recommend to Agent Leads University and Mortgage Leads University students to use ClickFunnels. I'm going to paste in the header custom tracking. If you notice what I did there, I went to settings, I went to tracking codes, and I pasted my Facebook pixel in the header custom tracking area. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is save that. I'm going to exit. And I want to visit that page. Actually, I want to do it. I want to do it from here. Make sure you put the Facebook pixel on both landing pages. And I want to click around. I want to put my information in there. And I want to hit get my list and just do a test opt-in so that now I've got the pixel firing on that page, right? And it just knows that there was a visitor there. Okay, back to Facebook Ads Manager. So I just grabbed the pixel from this area. I'm going to go back to audiences. I'm now going to create my website custom audience. Create audience, custom audience. Again, just like the customer file, except I'm going to click on website traffic. Okay, now that I have the pixel on that page, what I want to do is just the same way that you set up your conversion pixels the first time around, you want to do it again here. Let's see here. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah. So the website, they changed the menu up a little bit on me, so it threw me off. So anyone who visits your website, people who visit specific web pages, people visiting specific web pages but not others, and people who haven't visited us in a certain amount of time. I'm going to do people who visit specific web pages. Now I'm going to paste my URL in here, and I'm going to make sure that I include that, and I'm going to make sure I include that. This is a ClickFunnels nuance. I just want to make sure, because whenever someone goes to this specific link, the actual depending on which variation they land on, the path after the slash is different. So I want to make sure that the after the slash right here it says subscribe. Well, that subscribe will actually turn into this opt-in, this goofy number here, or it'll actually turn into this one, depending on which page it lands on. You can change this path to say subscribe 1 and subscribe 2 if you wanted to. That's a personal preference thing. But now, if they land on my webpage in the last 180 days, 30 days, 90 days, you can do various time allotments. And then you're going to name this select inventory website traffic. Okay, I'm going to hit create audience. Now, what I just did was something really cool. This audience is dynamic. So whenever you're spending ads on what I call cold traffic, people who've never heard of you in your area, but they are, targeted because they're likely to move, or they're homeowners, or they're looking for mortgage, or they're veterans for a VA loan, or something like that, whatever you're targeting. Well, they're coming to your website, they're coming to your select inventory or your existing inventory, your expired listing, whatever. You can retarget people based on the website they visited to begin with, and then run an ad the same way to that website traffic audience. So while you're spending money on cold traffic audience targeting, just a good old-fashioned select inventory or existing inventory ad, you can also be retargeting those people simultaneously. So what you would have is campaign A going out to introduce people to you and your offer for the first time. Campaign B to reintroduce, to retell the story that you were telling them in campaign 1. But this website custom audience that you just built is dynamic. It's changing because you're seasoning the pixel. You're sending data. And this campaign is just going, oh, I see all these people that are coming to your website over there. I'm going to keep showing them the stuff, and you can do a $5, $10, $15 a day budget on those things, and you can pick up more conversions. And it's a very powerful marketing tool. So going back to the customer file or the email list, remember, if you're using ClickFunnels or anything like it, there's normally on the landing page, this is kind of a dummy test landing page. There's no contacts. But if you have contacts here, you can always click on contacts, and you can export directly from here by downloading contacts. Okay, and that's just another tip or a place where you can get the CSV file that you want to use in order to create the custom audience. Okay, so that's how you set up a custom audience to retarget to your existing databases, your past customers, and get lower cost per leads and potentially faster customer conversions because the conversation's already warm. Okay? Josh Rhodes signing off here. Hope this was helpful. I'm going to stick around for just a second. If you're if you're watching this video live, I can answer any questions if you want to throw them into the Q&A box. If not, we can wrap it up. But I didn't want to leave if you had any questions. So go ahead and ping me if you can hear me or have questions here. Yep, I recorded this, so you'll get a copy of it. Good question, Monica. Yep. What else? Great. Yep. Cool. Okay, guys. If that's all the questions, I'm going to sign off. I hope this was helpful. I think if I were you, thanks, Renee. If I were you, I would run just a low dollar budget to this approach. I would just start with a $5 a day approach and just get a few clicks and see what happens. And then slowly, gradually scale your ad spend up, and you'll have success. All right. Thanks, guys, and we will see you on the other side. Peace out.